Did you know that professional audio sets you apart so much more than a professional video? So if you're looking to upgrade your audio game and get some pro tips, then you are in the right place. In this video, I'm reviewing the Saramonic Blink500 Pro wireless microphone system, and I'm gonna give you some very clever use cases as well as some pro tips how to level up your audio game. If you like my Droshka, then you're gonna love the unboxing of this product, because inside this box is this box, and inside this box is this box, and inside this box is this, and inside here is the product. Voila. So this microphone system is meant for on-the-go people who want to connect to their smartphone or laptop and record some professional audio through this system. And it's wireless, so there's no wires dangling. But there is so much more to it than you think. First of all, let me give you some use cases to kind of get your creative juices flowing in your brain how to use this system. Now, this is meant for someone who's teaching online classes, and they don't want any wires dangling down, but they want professional audio to their Google Meets on their smartphones. Also, if you're maybe a vlogger and you are using a smartphone to vlog your day or whatever, but you want some crispy audio and get two people maybe in there. You're doing some ASMR videos and you want some audio very close up with whatever you're doing with your hands, like Miguel, I know you using this from Nomad Barber. One of the most awesome thing about this is setting it up is so simple. Now, you open the box, you turn these two things on, leave them back in there, press this button on the side over here. This is a pair button. You hold it down, boom. Now they're all linked together. You take the receiver, plug it to your phone, open up the audio recorder app. I recommend using this audio recorder. I'm gonna leave it in the description as well, because this is the best audio recorder I have found. Open the app, start recording, and then you can see it's already coming through from the microphones. So let me tell you about some of the good sides, and keep in mind on the corner of this video, because you're gonna see which microphone is sounding, because I'm gonna use a lot of different microphones, different setups, so you can compare the sound to some other options. I like that there's two transmitters, which means you can use it for two people at the same time. There's a stereo and mono mode on the receiver, which means that you can record it to separate channels or get it mixed together into dual channel just out of the box. The case features quick charge, so if you put your receivers or transmitters inside, they will be charged very quickly. There is Lightning and USB-C versions available of this receiver, so whether you're using an iPhone or Android devices, you can get the system that fits you best. There is also a jack receiver, like one of those receivers, available if you want to use it just for a camera system or things like that. Then there is an option for that available as well, and that is the B1 and B2 options. This bell clip over here fits perfectly into the camera cold shoe mount if you want to use that. The transmitter also has a built-in microphone as well as a line-in port where you can put either a labial microphone or an audio source from a mixer, computer, anywhere else. If you're worried that the transmitters are gonna run out of battery, then you can simultaneously charge them while using them, so you have unlimited wireless power if you needed it to be. A pro tip over here is, if your interview is more than 8 hours, then you can easily put a power bank into people's pockets and another micro USB into this port over here and charge this transmitter at the same time. The receiver doesn't have a battery inside, which means it never will run out of battery, and it charges itself or just needs power from the receiving device, whether it's your phone or laptop or computer. The distance between the wireless transmitter and the receiver can be up to 100 meters, and the battery life is roughly about 8 hours long. Now let's do some sound tests. What you're hearing is the Rode Wireless Go, which is like one of the industry standard out there, people using them all the time. You get the microphone. You do have to purchase the lavalier microphone separately, which the good side about this Saramonic case is that you actually get two lav microphones built in with the kit. There's two microphones, two dead cats or little wind noise reduction filters for the built-in microphones if you want to use that. So that's really cool that you get those lavalier microphones in the box. But this is what the sound is like compared to these devices. I'm also adding my own Tascam DR10L with the microphone in there, which is like my go-to device that I'm using all the time, every day. On most of the videos you've been hearing this, but this is how it works. Now let's change it up and try the built-in microphone for these versus the Rode Wireless Go. So basically, all you have to do is pull the microphones out, and then now you are recording this wirelessly. So that's the interesting thing. The built-in microphones of both of these are pretty good as well. So if you wanted to, you can just clip it onto, you know, people's jacket or something over there and get really quick feedback over there, which is nice. Also, the transmitter has an LCD screen where you can see certain things. You can see the mic gain over there, or the mute button on the side. If you press this power button once, it actually mutes the microphone. And there is set buttons over here, plus and minus, where you can go into the menu and change certain things. For example, if that mute key is actually enabled or not, so you can change that off. Backlight mode, input mode, so whether this over here is a mic in or line in, if you want to use it more professionally and you want to send, for example, feed from an audio desk in, you can do that. The microphone gain, there's 6 settings on the microphone gain. It's good to see this here. Also, there's like a sound meter over here, so you can see that if I'm tapping on this, how this is moving, you can see, and it also gives you this like a little timeline of things, how they work, so you can see what you've done, and then it kind of feeds out of there. Which is cool. Because there's 2 of them, you can mix those together into one channel and have the device automatically mix your interview setups. For example, if you have 2 people, and then it's going to mix it into 2 channels. Or if you want to use these separately and get maybe a little bit of a safe audio, and then have one record a little bit lower just in case someone says something really loud and it clips the audio, you can do that and then use one of these 2. I think it's a very clever way how you can just up your audio game anywhere in the world. Whether you're recording on your smartphone, have a cool podcast setup in the forest with just your smartphone, record someone having a podcast, it's just really, really cool. And you can monitor the audio from the receiver over here. As you can see, I've got this in here, and that's what's recording into this Zoom H1. But you can monitor your audio from here automatically yourself, which is very, very cool. So you can keep your eye on the volumes. For example, if you're just recording it in the car or anywhere, it's very, very cool. Now, it wouldn't be Tech Notice review if we wouldn't talk about the downsides. So before we're gonna go on to the downsides, one thing I do want to mention is that the microphone quality actually sounds really, really good. Now, listening to back, and I've actually edited the video by the time you're actually watching this, and I'm inserting this into the edited version, but the microphone actually sounds very, very good. I'm impressed how it compares to like even the Tascam DR10L or the Rode SmartLav microphone. They both sound like actually dull compared to the main microphone of the Saramonic Blink500. So very impressed by the included lav microphones as well as the microphone on the built-in transmitter. The transmitter microphone actually sounds slightly better than even the built-in lavalier microphone, which just is very, very nice, especially if you're doing ASMR. Now, when we go into the downsides, the first downside I do want to mention is that the actual receiver and the charging box have different USB ports. The charging box has USB-C and the transmitter has micro USB, which means that you have to carry with you 2 extra cables. It would be nice to see USB on both of them. There are some things that I have found when using this and that I'm not too keen on, or something that maybe needs to be thought about, and just some feedback for Saramonic as well. If you choose to use any microphone onto this Saramonic, then not all microphones work with this or might not work with this. For example, this Tascam DR10L microphone that comes with the Tascam setup, I love that microphone, the rich tone, the lows, the clarity of this microphone. It doesn't work with this system, and I know this microphone works because you're listening to it right now, but for some reason when I plug it into there, it just doesn't work. Second of all, the receiver over here needs USB-C power, which means that you can't power it from a power bank, which I actually did, and I could hear, you know, the audio being received, but Saramonic mainly said to me, don't use it that way because this might damage the system. So if you try to just plug this into a power bank, don't do that. It might damage this microphone system. Even though you can't access your phone's headphone jack, the phone headphone jack is moved onto the side so you can use that. But the downside is that if your phone starts to run out of battery, there is no way of charging your phone's battery. There's no USB-C through, so you can't charge your phone. Also, I wish there was a battery indicator on this receiver, because if I have these two, transmitters inside someone's pocket and I'm wondering how much battery is left or what's the battery indicator, then there's no way of knowing this, because you can't just know this unless you actually go and check this on here, and there's 3 bars in there. I wish this would say percentage instead of 3 bars, because this could mean 30% or maybe it means less. I don't know if it's a linear 3 bars or if it's maybe more like a curve. You don't know. Also, the included lav microphone that comes with the kit is actually very, very big, and it's not a big thing, but I think if you want to hide the lavalier microphone, then this is definitely one of the biggest lav microphones I've had, whether it's Rode or Tascam. It's definitely the biggest in the system, so in my preference, I'd like it to be a little bit smaller. Now, if we're picking on the product, there are a few things that, maybe you need to know. First of all, there is a white version of this available if you get just these receivers and transmitters. One of those is a receiver and a transmitter. There is a white version of this available, but there is no white version available for the smartphone or Lightning receiver kit. And another thing that I just want to kind of tell you is that the whole point of this is being portable, and I like that the case and everything, it fits inside and it's really cool, but I think this case could be even smaller. I think they could probably shave around 25% of this weight or the size of this case and make it even smaller, because it is a rather big case to bring with you, especially if you put it inside this protective carrier box, which is a very nice box actually, like semi-hard box and soft on the side, so it keeps this from scratches, or if you fall this, drop it down, anything, it's very nice, but it is slightly big. But now in conclusion, I like to wrap it up, and this is a very interesting product for people, for example, who are teaching online or doing a lot of online things, and they can't be bothered with some wires and want to link the wires up and get the microphone up, or very echoey room. You can get a microphone very close to you very easily, very easy setup, and then use it that way. Also, for example, if you're on a wedding and you want to record the wedding speech, interesting case for you is use one of those microphones and plug the lavalier in, and then use it on the whoever's doing the speech and record it as a stereo mode. So one of the left or right channels is used for the actual person who's speaking into the lavalier microphone and record it on your phone, and then the other channel, why don't you get an RCA out from the desk of the DJ and then record it and send it wirelessly to your phone, so one track becomes the DJ and one of them comes the lavalier microphone from the actual person, and you get kind of a backup situation going on. Now you can expand that thought to loads of different areas, whether you want it from a conference and then send it straight to your camera, the feed from the desk, or send some music at the same time over here, and then you want to record and maybe talk video like this, and then you want to record the sample audio of something else like a stream nearby. At the same time, you can put this near somewhere and then record yourself and then record the stream, for example, next to you if you want to get this really ambient feel in the forest. I think this is a very interesting creative tool for creators, especially running gun creators who want to do a lot of smartphone stuff and online very quickly. Very, very, very interesting. Now, if you want to pick this up, the link for this is in the description, as well as the different models. So if you're using an iPhone or you just want this for your camera system, you can do that. Now, it's a definite improvement from the previous Blink500 version, because the Pro says that there's this LCD on, and few things have been changed since then, so definitely dig the improvement. This costs roughly around $350 US. So let me know in the comment section below, is that too big of a price to pay for something like this, or is it a very interesting product for you? Let me know if you're interested to pick this up. The links for this are in the description. Thank you very much guys for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Like this video if you found it helpful. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much guys for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.